Today, just like you requested, I think we're going to do your puppy, your dog, since you really wanted to draw her, right? Isn't that what you said last week?
An Australian Labradoodle.
Labradoodle. Okay, so you got, oh, they're so cute. Australian Labradoodles. Labradoodles. Labradoodles are so cute. I think how we're going to start this is, so I'm looking at, I took a picture of her, of your background so I could look at her. But I think what I want to do is I want to start out is she has two little, well, you can't see that really well, but she has her head and her little nose is like a separate circle. So we've got her little head, and then she's got her little circle. So I think that's what we're going to start out with. We're going to start out with her cute little head. So I'm just going to draw a very, very light circle, just like this. There we go. Now I want to draw her little nose that's sticking out from her head. So I'm going to draw another circle about this big right over top of that guide circle we just drew. Now it looks like she's sitting on something fluffy and cute. So her body is kind of like, let me look at her. So her body is kind of like this, where it comes, it sort of comes down. Like this is the first, we're going to draw her body in sort of two sections. So the first part of her body kind of comes down like this. She's got her little, this is the first section right here where her arms will be. So actually, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. It doesn't need to be that big, just a little bit. It's going to be kind of this lopsided blob, basically, is what we're trying to do. Can you see that properly? We're going to draw the back of her. So sort of starting from where that other side was, we're just going to draw her little back side and connect it to that other guide circle we made. We've got her legs to do next. So her legs are kind of buried in this fluffy blanket thing that she's on. So we'll sort of, they don't have to be perfect. They can be sort of a rough sketch, but I just want to get a good sort of outline for her paw. That's just a guesstimate. So that's one of her cute little puppy paws. And then the next one, I'm going to do her other puppy paw. Now it's kind of more going more towards us. So we want to draw it like this. So our other puppy paw is going to be like this. Her face is going to be, well, actually we have to draw her ears first. So we've got her little face. I'm just going to define it a little bit more because she's got a bit of a pointier head. So I'm just going to make her head just ever so slightly more pointy because she's got that cute sort of puppy look to it. But I'm not going to draw it too dark just yet because we want to be able to make her fur and all that. So now I want to draw her ear. So her ear is sort of coming down right next to her face like this. So pretty close to her face. We want to draw her other ear. Just coming down like that. So here's your guideline, and there's her little fluffy puppy ear. It's just sort of right next to her like that. So she's got one ear coming down, and then we're gonna do her other ear. So her other ear, this is where we're gonna need to probably erase some lines. So her other ear sort of sticks out and then comes down like this. So we're gonna make this little wavy line here like that. It kind of looks like a mountain. All right, so, oh, beautiful. Oh, that's starting to look like her a little bit, just a little bit. All right, now her ear is sort of floppy. It looks like it's kind of flopping a little bit to that one side, so I'm just adjusting it a bit. Okay, I think with some adjustments, we finally got her ear, her cute little floppy ear. So looks like I can't even explain what shape this is. This is very much just a blob. Her ear is just sort of this cute floppy blob on the side of her head. The next thing I want to do is I want to draw her cute little precious puppy eyes. So she's got really sweet little puppy eyes. So I'm just going to draw two little circles. It's going to look really funny for a second, but I'm just going to draw two circles where they need to be for right now. So she's going to have one little eye right here, one little eye right here. It looks silly. She looks like a robot. She looks so silly, but we're gonna fix it up in a second. So her eye is actually going to be more shaped like this. It's gonna have that sort of puppy dog look to it. So it's sort of flat on this inside and then it comes down. And then we definitely want to leave a tiny bit of white in the corner of her eye. And I'm going to leave a little shiny mark in the middle of her eye and I'm going to fill it all in. Right now she's got some cute puppy eyes, don't you think? Oh my goodness, so cute. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to get her nose in. So for her nose is right in the middle of her cute little face. So she's got a really precious little upside down triangle right in the middle of her nose like this. Here's her little nose, her little rounded triangle nose. It's got more, it looks almost more like a circle because puppies have rounder noses. So we're going to do this round triangle nose. All right, so we've got her puppy eyes and her puppy nose. Now she's got a little itty bitty, tiny little bit of her mouth just showing right from underneath. So I'm just going to draw a teeny line right here. I know it looks like she's sad, but she's not sad. This just so we know where to draw her chin. And we're actually going to draw out some fluffy cheeks for her. So I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to make some little lines to show that she's got some fluffy cheeks going out from her mouth like that. Her chin is a little bit smaller than we drew it for our guideline. So I'm just going to make our fluffy chin right here, just like this, right underneath her mouth. And now I can erase my guideline that I have. So I'm erasing the guideline that I had underneath. And I'm just making her little fluffy chin. There we go, her little fluffy chin. You see now she's starting to have that little look to her face. Oh, she looks so cute. Now that we've got her cute little face going on, I'm looking at the picture and I'm realizing that she's got, her leg is a little bit thicker on this side. So I'm just going to draw a line. She's got a little more fur on this side. So I'm going to erase just this line. I know her leg looks super funny right now, but we're just going to fix it. We're going to move it over just a tad like that. All right, there we go. So now her leg is more aligned with her mouth and I moved it over just a smidgen. There we go. Now we've got a good outline for our sweet puppy. So we can start doing some little lines for fur. Now, fur in between her eyes, just ever so lightly, so that we can tell she's got some cute fur around her. So I'm going to start in between the eyes, and that's going to go on either side. It's going to go upwards like this and to the side. So curving this way and curving that way, just ever so lightly, not too much, because she doesn't have really dark fur, but she's got a little bit. So we want to make sure she looks like she's fuzzy, especially at the top of her head. We want to make sure that she looks cute and fuzzy like that. Can you kind of see what I'm doing there? Hold it up close so you can look. All right, perfect. Now I want to do a little bit of that fur coming out from her nose. So all around her nose, she's got sort of that fur, those little lines coming out. The fluffy fur that's coming off her ear. So I'm just going to lightly, just ever so lightly erase that line right here on her ear because I just want to make it look extra fluffy because she's got some fluffy fur sticking out like this. So you just want to make her look extra fluffy on her ear right here. Can you see what I did? Just sort of made her look extra fluffy right there on her ear. She's got lots of fur, so we can come over to this side of her face and we can start to make this side of her face furry as well. So just adding those little zigzag lines. So I added that fur, that fuzzy fur to the side of her face. And then I added those fuzzy lines to her ear and I shaded it a little bit because that ear is a little bit darker. All right, good job. We're getting there. I love it, love it, love it. Now we've got her face done pretty good. Her face looks super cute and super fluffy. I love it. Oh my goodness. All right, so now we can come down and we can start to do the fluff on her legs. So she's got all this cute little fluffy zigzag fur lines on her legs. So just the same thing, just coming down and making that fur on her legs. From her chest, we're just going to start to make some of those little zigzag lines, just ever so lightly. So we don't want it to look too dark or anything. We're just going to start making it look like she's got fur on her body. So I'm just taking that and lightly, ever so lightly, making fur right here on her chest. Now, if you want, what we can do is we can draw her. Well, we can finish filling in her leg right here if you would like to. Her little paw here. So we'll make her paw a little extra fuzzy, just like that, doing those zigzags all along. All right, so now she's looking super cute. We've got her all filled out. She's looking so sweet. Oh, she looks so precious. Little puppy. Just a little sweet little puppy. All right, so now that we've got her fur all pretty much done, what we can do is we can put her on the little rug. So I'm just going to draw a line right behind her, just like this. I'm going to draw another line. So this is going to be our horizon line. If you want, you can take it to the end of the paper, but you don't have to. I'm just doing it very lightly. I'm going to draw her on a little round rug, just like this. So I'm going to draw this sort of oval shape around her so that we can sort of see that she's sitting on a rug. Just to make it look like a woven rug. Here we go. Can you see it? I'm just very lightly made it sort of look like it's a little woven rug with lines. Some little lines, and I'm going to make it so that there's a little like frills coming out from the rug. I think we'll draw her little bunny over here in the corner. So I'm gonna start, I think I know what she looks like now. I'm gonna start out with her little head just like that. Her little round bunny head. And then I'm gonna do her little bunny mouth that's gonna be like this. And then she's got sort of this funny looking, sort of very round body that looks like this. There we go. I will see you next week, okay? And definitely finish coloring your puppy because it'll look so super cute. Bye. Bye.